Okay, good morning, students. Today we have to see the next concept, vital functions of root system. Here some of the functions mostly occur apart from the normal root system. Some of the special functions also there, and also some of the special characters or otherwise main functions also there. What are the type of functions are there? Vital function. First one is epiphytic or velamen root. There is additional functions are there. Here, some epiphytic orchids, epiphytic means it will float on the another plant. Some epiphytic orchids develop a special kind of aerial roots which hang freely in the air. These roots develop a spongy tissue called velamen. Can underline that word velamen tissue, which helps in absorption of moisture from the surrounding air. Example, Vanda dendrobium. Here, this type of root system is nothing but epiphytic or velamen root system. Some epiphytic orchids develop a special kind of aerial roots which hang freely in the air. That type of root system develop a spongy tissue is called velamen. Velamen tissue for absorption purposes, which is mostly used. Vanda dendrobium. Then foliar roots. Here, roots are produced from the veins or lamina of the leaf for the formation of new plant. Example, Brayphyllum. Begonia. Roots are mostly produced from the veins or lamina, the margin, the leaf of the formation of new plants. Example, Brayphyllum. That is called foliar roots. The next one is sucking or hostorial roots. These roots are found in parasitic plants. The hostorial or otherwise sucking, it will absorb the water molecule. It will absorb the minerals or any kind of nutrients it will absorb from the host cell. That type of root system is occur, sucking or hostorial roots. These roots are found in parasitic plants. Parasites develop adventitious roots from stem, which penetrate into the tissue of host plant and suck the nutrients. Example, Cuscuta, Dodder plants, Cassiata, Orobankia, Bramprobe, Viscum. These are comes under these parasites plants. Dendrophyte. These are comes under this a parasite, a partial parasite, or there is fully parasite is there. The next one is photosynthetic or assimilatory roots. Photosynthetic roots or assimilatory roots. Roots of some climbing or epiphytic plants develop chlorophyll. Roots of some climbing or epiphytic plants develop chlorophyll and turn green in color, which helps in photosynthesis. Example, Tinospora, Trapanotans, water chestnut, Tineiophyllum. These are comes under this photosynthetic or otherwise assimilatory roots. They are function as a photosynthetic plants. Okay, you can see this some of the plants. First one is a Vanda plant. That is another one is Brayphyllum Vanda. There is a hostorial velamen tissue also present. Then Brayphyllum and also Cuscuta, the parasites plants, yellow in color, and also Tinospora. Then next we pass on to another one, a shoot system. Shoot system, there is another kind of type. Shoot system, it mostly below the soil level or otherwise below the soil level, that the part is nothing but root system. Above the soil level, that the part is nothing but shoot system. Okay, here the plumule of the embryo of a germinating seeds. The plumule of the embryo of germinating seeds grows into a stem. That the epicardial elongates after embryo growth into axis the stem that bears leaves from its tip, which contain the activity dividing cells of the shoots called apical meristem. Further cell divides and growth result in the formation of mass of cells tissue called a leaf primordium. Apical meristem, further cell divisions and growth result in the formation of mass of tissue called a leaf primordium. The next one, the point from which the leaf arises is called node region is there. In which point the leaves are arising, that the part is nothing but node region. The point from which the leaf arises is called node. The region between the two adjacent nodes, is called internode. Which one is a node region? Which one is internode region? Two are succession point. Two adjacent nodes is called internode. There is a distance between the two adjacent nodes is called internode. The next is characteristic features of the stem. What are the characteristic features present in the stem region? Stem is aerial, green in color, photosynthetic and has nodes and internodes also it will present. In a root system, totally these are absent. The total part of this, the root is mostly submerged in a soil, no greenish in color, no photosynthetic activities are not there, nodes and internodes are also absent. Okay, it is positively phototropic and negatively geotropic. The same way in a root, negatively phototropic and positively geotropic is there. Here in our stem region, positively phototropic, photo means light, it to grow on towards the light source, and negatively geotropics. Apart from this soil, it will grow. It has nodes and internodes also there. Stem bears vegetative bud for vegetative growth of the plant, and floral buds for reproduction, and ends in terminal bud also there. The young stem is green and thus carries out photosynthesis. The young stems also there, it is green in color and thus carries out photosynthesis. Okay. During reproductive growth, stem bears flowers and fruits. In that flowering condition, reproductive growth, stem bears flowers and fruits. Branches arise exogenously. Branches also occur exogenously. Some stem bears multicellular hairs of different kinds it will present. Some stem bears multicellular hairs of different kinds. Okay, these are the characteristic features of stem region. Then next we pass on to what are the functions of stem. Functions and secondary functions also there. Primary function, it is very important. The functions of stem, it provides support and bears leaves, flowers and fruits. It is very important. It provides support and bears leaves, flowers and fruits also there. And transport water and mineral. It also transport the water and mineral nutrients to other parts of the root system. The stem, it will collect at some of the water or another, it will produce some of the nutrients or food materials, anything is there, it will transport to all the parts of these plants, that is root system, especially the root system. Okay, it transport food prepared by leaves to other parts of the plant body. The prepared food materials are transported into the root system. Then these are comes under these primary functions. The next one is secondary function. Food storage, example Solanum tuberosum. In a stem portion also, the food material is stored and modified into various ways. Example Solanum tuberosum, potato, and colocasia and Gingiber officinalis, gingi. Then penetration, reproduction, example Gingiber officinalis, Curcuma longa. Then water storage, example Opuntia. Buoyancy, example Neptunia. What do you mean by the buoyancy? Floating condition. In a water, it will float on the water surface. Some of the plants, it will floating on the water surface. That is called buoyancy, example Neptunia. Then another important function is photosynthesis. It is very important because the stem portions also having the functions of photosynthesis. Example Opuntia, Ruscus, Euphorbia thyricale, Euphorbia plants, Euphorbia species also there. And the next one is production. Example citrus and Bougainvillea, Acacia. With the help of some of the needle-like structure, thorn-like structure, it will protect from the any other organism, any other animals, because it will protect from the any other animals, that's all. Example goat and cow, anything is there. For example, that plant citrus, Bougainvillea, Acacia. Then support, example Passiflora, Vitis, Cissus quadrangulus, it will give a support to the stem portion. Because these are weak stemmed, then it will adhere to the another parts of this plant, then it will grow. This is another secondary functions of this plant. First one is food storage, perenniation, reproduction, or photosynthesis, production, and support. These are comes under the secondary functions of stem. And primary function, it will have the leaves, flowers, and fruits, and also it will absorb the water and mineral nutrients, and also it will transport the food materials to the all the parts of these plants, especially the root system. Okay, up to this one you have to read very carefully. Thank you students, thank you one and all.